Whew, I'm finding myself in that tug of war between wanting to be where I'm comfortable or thinking that this is where I'm supposed to be versus knowing what's really calling my name and what's actually pulling me towards the life and the dreams and the aspirations that I see for myself and that I know is meant for me and is meant for you. It's never going to be a straight shot. There's always going to be peaks and valleys, and we have to learn how to just roll with it. We can't allow our pits to keep us there. We have to know that in order to really understand and appreciate the highs and the success, we have to know what it's like to not have it. Hi. Okay, this part right here is gonna be a little quick because I am running a little late. Also, I'd like to touch on the fact that the way that I wrapped this, like, can we? This is a long sleeve turtleneck. A long sleeve turtleneck that I've turned into this top. I'm a big fan. I will try to put together a video tutorial on how I did this, but I'm honestly obsessed. And I haven't bought clothes in a minute, so I've been trying to work with what I have in my closet so that I don't buy more things. I'm just trying to be mindful and also figure out, as we've talked about before, the silhouettes and the aesthetic that I want to get into. But I'm really quickly I'm going to Santa Barbara with my sister. I'm running a little late, so I'm just trying to, I wanted to check in with you guys here, but I'm gonna bring you guys along, show you the sights, but I just want, instead of waiting, I wanted to tap in here before hitting the road. I may have to skedaddle. My goodness, you guys. My battery's about to die. Hold on, BRB. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so I'm going to Santa Barbara with my sister just to be her carpool, and I get to hang out in Santa Barbara while she's working. So it's a win-win for me, although she's trying to get me to drive the second half of the drive, and I didn't sign up for that. Ugh, okay. I also want to get a Momo. I want matcha so bad. I'm gonna quickly do this. I hope Momo's not busy right now, or when I get there at least. And I need to go to Sprouts. Ugh, you guys, I wanted to talk about something else. Okay, so last night, I guess I'll just talk about it while I'm getting ready. Last night, or this morning, I can't remember, I had seen a video of, I don't know if you guys know of, oh, I forgot her name, the girl who escaped North Korea, and lives in America now, and she's written 2 books. But anyways, there was this video that popped up of her talking about how it's a privilege to be able to acknowledge that people, at least outside of North Korea, but especially in America, like, have to be able to acknowledge that you have mental health issues is such a privilege. And it honestly opened my eyes. I mean, the fact that I get to sit here and talk about, and I've been aware of this, but just, I don't know, when someone comes across my awareness and you know, acknowledges it to my conscious, it's so like, wow. It really makes you think. There was a video, or I think it's the same video, or it's another video of her, the same girl, and she says that humans are so resilient, and you know, the things that she has been through and has seen and has persevered through, like, we take so many things for granted, and because of the accessibility and the softening of the way that we maneuver, but then it makes us believe to a subconscious level, I suppose, that we're not capable of persevering when we are. Something that isn't necessarily related but also ties into how resilient humans can be was a video of normal people and then a World War II veteran experiencing G-force, and all of the normal people, everyday people, they were just passing out and not being able to handle G-force. And then the World War II vet was probably in his 80s, maybe 90s, and just took it like a champ. And he was just so alert and so aware. And oh man, that was such a fascinating thing to come across my feed. You know, it's a good reminder to not underestimate the strength of humans, of ourselves. And it really made me want to step my pussy up, you know, and really go after the things that I want to go after and get out of my own way. And one of the videos that I have lined up is talking about alter egos, and there's a book about alter egos that I do want to finish. I started the audiobook. I do want to eventually get the physical copy, but if I can finish that audiobook and then do my actual personal exercise on alter egos and integrating that into my personal being, and then seeing how much that is going to propel me further into the person that I desire to be and embody. If you guys didn't know this, Beyonce also has her own alter ego that she has now integrated into her regular persona. Her Sasha Fierce character was a stepping stone into the Beyonce we know and love today. And I'm not like a Beyonce Beehive stan, but I respect the craft. I respect the talent. I respect the grind that woman puts into her work and everything that she does. And that's something that I'd like to embody in my own way, of course. That's crazy. Just seeing all of the tools and how accessible the person and the artist and the being that I desire to be, how capable I am of getting to that place. It's just a matter of showing myself, showing God, showing the universe that I'm willing to put in the work to get there, regardless of how long it takes or what sacrifices I need to make in order to get to that place. It's very important for us, for me, for you to not compromise and to not settle and to not allow ourselves to take the easy route because we're scared of the challenge and we're not quote unquote ready. Like, we're more than capable. We are given the ideas and the aspirations into our conscious and subconscious mind, and it's placed on our hearts for a reason, because that quote unquote version, but that evolution of us already exists, because she exists in our mind. It's just a memory that we have yet to presently experience. And so it's all a matter of time, and it's all a matter of having faith that our package is going to come in. Going back to the analogy of ordering an item, trusting that although we don't have the capability to track our package and see exactly when it's going to arrive, we know for a fact that it's going to arrive because we placed the order. And I find myself in that struggle, you know, getting in my own way and getting anxious and getting nervous that the things that I want for myself aren't going to happen, aren't going to arrive, in working through my negative mindset. Also in making these videos for myself and for you guys, as I'm saying the things that strike fear in my heart and try to creep into my subconscious, why did it come out like that? I realize as I say the things that's on my mind, that's on my heart, the worries and the fears always sound so ridiculous. Like my being rejects it as it's coming out of my mouth, but I have to say it because I have to let it out, because if I keep it inside, then I'm gonna ruminate on it and I'm gonna start subconsciously believing it and allowing it to creep into my belief system, and I just can't let that happen. It's such ooh, there is something in my eye. Such a beautiful way to release the things that don't serve us and the things that are holding us back from stepping into who it is that we are supposed to be. That felt really good. Okay, I'm gonna do my lippy because I'm talking. Do my lippy in the car because I'm talking, but I will put on some chapstick. I think I need anything else. I'm like chronic overpacker, but then sometimes, a lot of the time, I forget something. Somewhere along the line, I'll forget something. So, I should have sprayed my face before the mascara, but we will deal with that. But okay, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I have everything I need before I skedaddle, but I did want to get a little chit chat in with you guys before I left. Obviously, I already said I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. I like tapping in here with our typical usual setup, and then obviously later I'm gonna have to use a different setup, but that's no problem. I also broke my little phone stand with the octopus legs that I like, and I'm kind of sad about it. This part right here is a phone stand, so I have to put an external phone stand on because this has the ball joint thing. There's also a regular screw top under this, but it doesn't have the ball joint where I can turn it like this. First world problems, honestly, so we don't even have to trip out about that. Okay, I think she says she's not ready. I think I'm gonna go to Omomo. I'm gonna go to Omomo and get my matcha. Maybe I can convince her to stop at a Sprouts on our drive. The thing I put in my hair right now is a air dry cream. Come on, here we go. Air dry cream. Just in case anyone was curious. Okay. The way that my hair is air drying today is cute. It's doing its little wavy thing. Oh, my hair was so oily and getting flat and losing its character. I'm happy that I decided to wash it. Okay, but what were we talking about? We talked about the North Korea video, and then I think I'm gonna do my cherries again. I'm into the cherries right now, and just because they were on my desk. And I also watched, I'm just talking about the things that I've consumed in the last 24 hours. I also watched Simone Biles' Netflix special. I was starting to watch the Cat's Eye one. I know that it's kind of long, semi-long, and then just knowing what it is that they go through was already just putting me into a bad taste in my mouth. Putting a bad taste. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I can't think of it right now. I have too many things on my brain. Okay, I watched Simone Biles' Netflix special. It just reminds me, it was just another confirmation, another affirmation, actually the initial affirmation of how resilient human beings are. How if we have something that we're so passionate about and that we're naturally good at or drawn to, that if we put our mind to it and if we show up and if we push through the negative commentary either in our brain or from the outside world, if we push through all of that, we're capable of getting to where it is that we want to be. I've said this so many times, and even as I am trying to figure out, while also allowing the flow of what's supposed to be happening happen, I am seeing things in front of me. I've said this before about the retreat trip, and then other opportunities that are coming my way. As long as I remain an open vessel to receive and to obtain exactly what it is that I want, and knowing and meditating and visualizing that the things that I want are on its way to me and I'm meeting it there, then there's nothing to worry about. This past week, I kept getting in my own head, kept getting in my own way. I kept over consuming. The last couple of days, I had just been kind of like vegetative state, but then you also need those kinds of moments of boredom in order to reset and recalibrate, because we can't always be go, 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 go. I gotta be doing something. I gotta be working. I gotta be putting in the effort every single moment of every single day. way, because that's going to lead to just not good stuff happening. And oh, did I touch on that yesterday? I know I read to you several sections of Women Who Run with the Wolves. Oh, there was something about the topic of burnout that it touched on. I can't remember. If I remember, I will find it and I'll tell you guys. But just remembering that what we talked about yesterday with the seal skin, soul skin story, how difficult it is for women, for people in general, to return back home and to take the effort to actually do what it is in order to return to ourselves. Like, that's the hardest part, not acknowledging and not coming to the realization. It's easy to realize, oh, I'm supposed to be there, or you know what I mean, that's where I'm meant to be. But figuring out and taking the first step, and then the next step, and then the next step to get to where it is that is calling us, that is summoning us back home, that's the more difficult part. It takes time, and we have to be patient with ourselves, and we can't be so, putting the hammer down every single moment of every single day. There are ways to go about it that positively encourage us. We have to be able to listen to the signs and to follow the guidance and to utilizing our discernment to see the path that is calling us, that is positively bringing us in, not the scary path that is leading us down where our ego desires to be, but the actual path that we're supposed to be on. Discernment. I'm finding myself in that tug of war between wanting to be where I'm comfortable, or thinking that this is where I'm supposed to be, versus knowing what's really calling my name and what's actually pulling me towards the life and the dreams and the aspirations that I see for myself and that I know is meant for me and is meant for you. It's never going to be a straight shot. There's always going to be peaks and valleys, and we have to learn how to just roll with it. We can't allow our pits to keep us there. We have to know that in order to really understand and appreciate the highs and the success, we have to know what it's like to not have it. Okay, I need to go. I don't want to stop it here. I feel like I have more things to say, but I feel okay leaving us here for the moment. Maybe I'll come back later and we'll be in a different environment. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I love you. Be kind to yourself today. Take a walk, stretch, take a shower after you work out. I try to do that as often as I can, to take a cleanse after I've worked out and sweated. Meditate. If meditation calls to you, guided meditations are my personal choice at the moment. Get some fresh air, hydrate, nourish yourself. I have to do that. And I will see you soon. Okay, I gotta go. I'm so sorry. This is so fast and brief, but you'll see me again.